Hello, my name is Xenia Denisova. I'm an artist and photographer from Moscow. My father, he used to work as a graphic designer, and in a very childhood, I got super inspired by his works. He used to draw some small sketches with the people, animals in a traditional European style of illustration. So in age of 4, I created my first book. It was something in the mood of wind and willows. This book was about a creature called Konka, with a circle head, circle body, circle face, and she had a beautiful, colorful hair of green, yellow, blue, orange, but people found it not attractive, and she had to wear the scarf on her head, and everybody saw her after that only in this scarf. And it was a story about her social life, her friends, her family, her neighbors, and so on. Maybe after years this story influenced my decision to go to University of Printing Arts in Moscow to study book illustration and graphic design. Who knows, maybe. Before university, I had a period in my life connected with architecture and with traditional art. My teacher, Mikhail Popkov, gave me good lessons, good base to continue my journey in art. After university, I started working in photography a lot, street photography, fashion photography, photo art, some reports, concerts, and so on. I found it very interesting. At the time, I met a regular in Istanbul. He supported my interest and gave me a lot of good advice that I still use. So I added some new things to my photo work, continued working in photography, and also, it was a super creative time. I worked in oil, I worked in ink, many different techniques, and I even created something new. I actually never met a person doing something like me that day, so it was fun, it was creative, lots of new things. I continued my journey traveling to Italy, and of course it was a concentrate of knowledge and visual experience, which is super important to any artist, I think. People know me as a person focused on characters, on making small sketches and so on, but last 10 years I'm more interested in color, in tone, and I got a lot from Renaissance experience, of course. As my collection of art became extremely big, I started collaborating with galleries, and it was super nice, super interesting to work in Germany with German galleries, and I like the way they see the process, and I like that there is a lot of music, especially in Berlin, so I could also collaborate with musicians, learn something from them. At that time I met lots of really, really interesting people, and I learned a lot of things about German culture. And of course I created some new works, analyzing sound, analyzing music, and how it influences a human's mind. Sometimes I give lessons of art, and it helps me to analyze what am I doing and which direction should I take in my own work. The main advice I give to my students is that they should think first, why do they want to do something? and only after that try to do it as good as I can. And the same advice I can give to myself. And after my adventures in Germany, I started thinking a lot about how space affects the perception of art. So that's why I decided organizing exhibitions in some exotic places, like, for example, a sex shop in the very center of Moscow and vodka pub Zuzina. Some of my works traveled to a small gallery in France by the sea. Others found place in Armenia. It was a pleasure to know that lots of people found themselves in my works. Even one man said, "Look, it's a little me." At the time I started signing my works as Yaya, so some people know me as Xenia Yaya, and it was a symbol of double exception. I never actually thought of what do people take from my works. Maybe because of knowing that every person is unique and we are all searching for something to ourselves, first of all, and not only in art, but in general, in life, in everything. But it makes me feel proud of myself that lots of customers and owners of my works are very smart and intelligent people. They are very self-developing people, and it's really nice knowing that somebody is looking at your work and thinking, that's a little me.